Hi guys, Ms. Perkins here. Today we're going to be talking about Module 5, Lesson 3. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about being able to name and find 3D shapes, or also three-dimensional shapes, which we know 3D and three-dimensional means the same thing. 3D is just a little short version for three-dimensional shapes. And talking about these three-dimensional shapes, we know that there are shapes that come out at you. They're not flat. They have different faces or surfaces. They're solid. And you can touch them on all the different faces that they have. And they have different types of corners, which we call vertices. So before we look at the questions at the bottom, let's just talk about each of these 3D shapes. So first up, this shape right here. The questions that we always want to ask ourselves is, what shape is this and how do we know? Well, if I'm looking at this, I know that this shape that I just circled, this red shape right here, is a cone because it has one vertex at the top and it has a circular face at the bottom, which that lets me know that this is a cone. Now moving on to this yellow shape right here. This shape is a rectangular prism. Now, how do I know it's a rectangular prism? Well, I know that it has faces that are rectangles and squares, which we know that a square is a rectangle as well. So all of its faces are rectangles, including the squares that it has. So this one is a rectangular prism. Now this one at the top, right here, what type of shape is it? Or what 3D shape is it? Well, this is a sphere. Well, how do we know this is a sphere? Well, we know that this is a sphere because it has one curved surface and no flat faces. Now, moving on to this next one. This is a cube. Now, how do I know this is a cube? Well, I know this is a cube because every face that it has is a square. And it has 6 faces altogether. So I know that this is a cube. Now, the next one that we're going to look at is a cylinder. Now, the cylinder has one circular or oval face, which in this case it looks a little bit more circular, which it might be oval, on each end, and it has one curved side. So that's how I know that this is a cylinder. So now let's look at the question. It says, which shape has this flat surface? So which of these shapes at the top has this flat surface? Well, I remember whenever I was just discussing all these 3D shapes at the top, that I said that one had rectangles as faces. Oh, I know that one of them has a rectangle in the name. Oh, that's right. It's a rectangular prism. So rectangular prism has rectangles as their flat faces. Next one says, which shape has this flat surface? Well, this one could be 2 of them. It could either be the cone, because we know this cone has one curved side and the bottom has the circular face, or it could also be a cylinder that has this flat face as well. Now, it says, which flat surface does a cube have? Well, remember, a cube is special because every face is the same shape. Every face is a square. Now it says, which shape has only a curved surface? Which shape is it only has a curved surface? Doesn't have any flat faces, just a curved surface. Well, that is this shape right here. The sphere is the shape that has only a curved surface, doesn't have any flat faces. Alrighty guys, that is it for this video.